in single quarterback leagues now, your board does flip pretty decisively, with Trevor Lawrence going all the way down to number 8 as the first QB off the board. And I totally agree with that assessment as well. But here in these single quarterback formats, you have JaMarr Chase at number 1. He's also the 4th guy after these big 3 quarterbacks in your 2 QB league. So safe to say you love him. And I know you're not alone in that assessment of JaMarr Chase. But what has you so high on this guy at 101 here for JaMarr Chase in single QB leagues?
Yeah, so it's actually kind of the same deal, what we were just talking about with quarterbacks, where like there's really a top tier of guys, and I think it's Chase, Harris, and Pitts. And I wouldn't like try and argue with you if you had it flipped in any other different like way. Like if you had Pitts at number 1, I get it. Like he's a unicorn prospect. I went with Chase, I think, just because he like feels is sort of like the platonic ideal of what you're looking for at a receiver prospect. I mean, maybe other than the fact that he's not like 6'2", but he plays like he's 6'2". It was actually surprising to me that he weighed in at 6'2", because, or at 6 foot or whatever it was, because I was like, whoa, he looks like bigger on the field. He's physical. Has elite speed and athleticism, like 41-inch vert, like 4.35 or something like that in the 40, like elite physical attributes, elite production. And obviously he was like a top 5 pick. He goes to an offense with Joe Burrow at quarterback. Obviously that's his college quarterback. That's always a good thing. I think this is going to be a team that plays fast, throws the ball a lot. I just think all the pieces are in place for him to immediately emerge as like a big time fantasy, asset. And so you're not going to have to be waiting around, I don't think, for this guy to like gain value. Even compared to like a guy like CeeDee Lamb, who I absolutely love. He was my top ranked guy last year. Like, I think push comes to shove, I might take Chase over CeeDee Lamb, just because I think he's got, that ceiling to be a true alpha number 1. Whereas like CeeDee Lamb, I think, is awesome. He's going to make that big jump this year, but we did have to wait a little bit to kind of like see what that was like. And so I don't know. I just think Chase is awesome. I think he, like his style translates to the NFL. He's going to bully, opposing cornerbacks. He's got the, like, for lack of a better term, like the eye of the tiger. Like he's just going to win at the catch point. You know what I mean? And yeah, I pairing him with Burrow is just perfect. So it's really hard. It's like hard to figure out why people maybe aren't higher on him or kind of, I think, are doubting him, because I think he just has, like, he checks all the boxes.
Absolutely. The one thing I hear is, it's a crowded target, competition. I don't buy that, though, because one, I think he walked in as the alpha from day one. He was the alpha with Justin Jefferson alongside him. Records as a rookie. Like, no doubt in my mind, he walks in, he's the number 1 guy, as you mentioned, that established rapport. And 2, even if he were to be, in the mix of 1A, 1B with T. Higgins, who I love as well, they were leading the league in pass attempts per game when Burrow was healthy, 40 attempts per game. As you mentioned, the pace, they were number 1 in pace when trailing, and they were trailing quite often. And I totally expect that to change. Like, I think this aerial pie is going to be big enough to sustain multiple receivers, with him being the number 1 option there. So I'm fully with you. He's clearly my number 1 receiver, and right there in that conversation for 1 overall. What is up, you fantasy wolf? Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, share your thoughts in the comments, check out some more videos, and join the newest Wolfpack by subscribing below.